So I was driving around and I stumbled upon this South Brighton Sculpture Garden. So let's go check it out. It's a terribly stormy day. It was actually thundering and lightning, and it never does that here. But yeah, so look at this. I guess, I don't know, I guess it's the like a nativity scene. I think that's looks very because surely that must be Jesus, right? One of these. Could just be some family sculptures or something. I like this guy. This kind of reminds me of the little sculpture garden that was at South Alabama that I would always go hang out in for some me time. Oh, I like these windy people. Blue eyes. The quote on this bench is really sweet, if you can read it. I walked through the other way. Now I'm heading back to my car, so I've seen all these already. But oh, a nice little water tap. Some of these like that, I'm not in this, I'm not really sure, but this stuff is pretty fun. Looks like you can pretty much maybe play with the blocks and build your own sculpture if you want. But I'm not sure, so I won't be doing that. This one's interesting. And yeah, and that's the little sculpture garden, and here's Evangelina. Oh, and we can't forget about this horse head. I love all this signage. No bikes, no camping, no exit. What can you do here? Oh gosh. But there's a whole bunch of, looks like swans or something in this water. Yeah, all these swans, I guess. But I'm gonna try to get a little walk in. So, see, I doubt I'll see anything interesting. I might just probably freeze to death, but whatever. It's quite funny. This is the New Zealand that I know, where it's so windy and it's so cold and it's so overcast, and I think we had maybe about a month of nice weather where it wasn't overcast and it wasn't this windy and it wasn't that cold, but this is what I know New Zealand to be like. And apparently, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I was told that this is the worst summer that New Zealand has had in over 10 years. So lucky me. But yeah, I mean, I'm walking on this like mud path and it's so slippery, so I'm having to walk on the grass. But yeah, so I don't know if New Zealand is always like this and this is just a bad time this year or what. But yeah, I mean, I've literally, my jacket's all the way zipped up, walking along the water. People are mowing grass. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if this is the way it always is, or if I'm just lucky. But it was nice to have that 1 month of summer, I guess. So here you have some nice rock climbing holds on this tree. And then the last one, the Mountain Dew can. I don't know if you can hear me over the wind, but over here is where I usually stay when I'm at the beach. I've shown this a couple of times. This is that thing I asked if it was aliens or construction workers. But now I'm on the other side of the peninsula. The road goes a long way that way. And I've often seen people over here, and I didn't know if they swam or if they walked, but they probably definitely walked. I mean, you could swim through here if you wanted to. Probably not today. But yeah, and then here is that other one where I watched the moonrise a few months ago. So it's pretty cool to be over here on this side. And that means that I've been on pretty much every single peninsula from Christchurch on down all the way to the south of the South Island. The only place I haven't been was some places in the north of the south because I couldn't get to them. But yeah, we did it, guys. So I don't know what I'll do now, but I'll figure out something, but I'm not gonna swim. Got my lunch. Got my view. Got my company. It's beautiful here. This is in Littleton. There's little sailboats out in the water, and I'm about to go on a nice little hike once I finish the last of my salad. I started walking up this trail and I looked up. He was staring right at me. That was kind of funny. Soon I will get to see a pretty good view, I think, of all of the water. But first I have to get past this little friend. I've not seen exactly what I want to see yet, and I'm not going this way. But this is so pretty, and this I could see from my campsite when I stayed in Littleton over here somewhere. So I'm actually going that way to see if I can see that area, but I could not, for the life of me, figure out what this structure was. And it was great because I texted my dad, who is over 8,000 miles away, and I was like, hey, I see this structure. I can't find it on Google Maps. What is it? And it is for the gondola over Christchurch. So shout out to my dad for helping me solve that mystery. But I mean, this is so pretty, and this is on a sheep farm. And I'm wondering, does the government give these farm owners a subsidy or something to open up their farms to the public like this? Because so many trails are on working sheep farms. So I'm just curious, do they get something for that, or is it just the land is for the people kind of thing? But this is really beautiful, and although it's cool, I kind of like it this way since this is so exposed. I'm not burning in the sun, so yeah, it's very nice. This is one of the many walks in Littleton that I did not know existed until today, actually. But here we are. So here's another nice view. Ocean for miles. It's quite windy and it's starting to rain, but this is the view I came for. I think this is a cruise ship. And then, yeah, and then here's a battleship or something. And then right around back here-ish, I think is where the campsite is that I would stay at sometimes. Yeah, you can see the rain in here, but there's all these pretty rock formations and things. The trail continues. I guess I'll go for now and see what else we can see. But if it starts to rain too much harder, I guess I'll just have to turn back. But it's nice because I haven't been on really many walks lately. Pretty much I quit walking after around November when I went into Queenstown Yeah, I mean, this is so pretty. Before Christmas, and then I was always so busy, and I had other things to do. And so I just never really did it. And then when I got stuck in Christchurch, I didn't realize this last time, I didn't realize that there were things I could do like this. And so I just really just hung out and laid out and just did like YouTube workout videos. But I have a cold again. I'm always getting sick here. I never get sick back home. And I don't know if, I mean, because I'm trying to maintain a fairly similar diet to what I had back home, and I'm definitely getting better sleep here than I ever did back home, because I go to sleep when I want, wake up when I want. But I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm surrounded by so many other travelers or something that, there's a raindrop, that I'm always sick. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm sick again, just a cold. But I think I'm on the up and up. I've been sick for like a week now, I think, ever since I went kayaking. So hopefully we're almost on to the other side of it. This is very narrow. But yeah, so I'm still trying to do things this time. I'm not here for much longer before I fly out for a few days, and then as soon as I return, I'm making my way up to the North Island, and I won't have too long to explore the North Island, really. I was thinking it'll be March by the time I get to the North Island, so I'll have the rest of March, and then I'm going to do the Hobbit run in Hobbiton at the in the middle end of March. And then after that, I'll just only have April. And then inside of April, I'll have to start trying to sell my van. So I don't have that much more time to explore anymore because I have to leave by May 17th. So I don't know. This is so cool. I don't know that I'll be able to see everything, and I'm definitely getting sad that my time is leaving or ending. But on to the next. Look at these flowers. Wow. On to the next after that, I suppose. Oh, we've got two choices, left or right. I cannot get over these flowers, though. Look at this. It's so pretty. Maybe we can't go right. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know where I'll go next. I'm still considering if I want to go to Australia or if I want to go home to America and here they are up close, and do some like travel tourism work at home before I make enough money to go travel Europe for a while. But I don't know yet what my choice will be. There are pros and cons to both, so we'll see. But I'm definitely not ready for my adventure to end. It feels kind of just like it's just begun. Probably because I stayed in Wellington. I love all these sailboats in this little inlet here. Probably because I was in Wellington working for so long. Look at all that rain over there too. It's just raining on that one spot. That's hilarious. But yeah, probably because I was in Wellington for so long. So really, I've only been traveling since November. So it's really only been like 4 months that I've been out doing this kind of stuff. And then I kind of lost a month over Christmas in Queenstown. And then I lost another month in January in Christchurch. So I've basically only explored for 2 months out of this whole thing. And now I definitely don't have time to go out and do anything too crazy. This time, anything too far away. Because today is Friday, and on Monday I'm getting my brake pads replaced on the van. And then on, I think it's Thursday or Friday, I fly out. So I think I must fly out on Thursday. So I don't have time to do too much, and I wanted to come back to Christchurch to get my brake pads done. So anyway, yeah, it's just kind of sad to be almost over with my trip, and this is definitely my last little bout on the South Island. I've been here since the beginning of October. I think I took the ferry down on like October 6th, if I'm not mistaken, 3rd or 6th. And then I did the Abel Tasman, and then I did that woofing for a month. And so then my last day at my woofing, I think, was like November 2nd or 3rd. And then, yeah, so now it's February 20th or 21st. And then, look at these steps. They're huge. And then March 6th, I take the ferry back up to Wellington, so that I can continue to explore the North Island. So, yeah, it's sad. It's very sad. And I think before, if you would have asked me, I would have said, there's no need for me to ever come back here. I've seen and done everything that I need to see and do. And although that is still true in regards to the South Island, because I have seen everything and more that I wanted to see and do. There's one more thing on my list. I want to go to Hamner Springs sometime between Monday and Thursday, so that I can have seen that, because it's like the only thing that I have wanted to do that I haven't done. And this is so cool. I mean, it was just the sheep track, and now we're in bush. But yeah, so I mean, I've seen everything that I want to see in the South, but I definitely want to, I think it would be great to come back with my parents and have them go car camping with me throughout the South Island, because they've never done that. My mom did once when she was like 8, but yeah, I would love to take them out and show them this country that I've called home for almost a year now. And I think that would be a really cool, these look fake. I think that'd be a really cool time and experience. I'm so scared I'm going to slip on this. But we'll see. And yeah, and even if I decide not to do my year in Australia, I'm still going to, I'm going to Melbourne. I'll tell you that much now. I'm going to Melbourne in March for like 5 days. And then if I decide I'm not going to go to Australia for the year, then I will at least go visit Sydney for a few days before I come all the way home. But then definitely I want to do some kind of job where, like a part-time seasonal jobs throughout the country, so that I can continue to travel and explore. And I have seen resources that offer that, so that's pretty exciting. And with my background in hospitality, I'm hopeful that they'll just welcome me in with open arms wherever I go. Or I can give it a shot in Australia and try to do things that I've not done before, like work on a sailboat and work on a real farm and whatever else. But I don't know yet what I want to do. Kind of waiting for a sign from the universe to show me what I should do. But yeah, it's just so beautiful blue. But we'll see. But yeah, I guess I'll just keep walking this trail until it's over. So I guess I'll, if there's anything more interesting to see. I just love these pine trees. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's it for now, but definitely keep me in your thoughts and best wishes for making my decision and for me to stop getting so sick all the time. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being sick. But, oh, look at that. I guess they're doing the road over here. But yeah, hopefully I'll see New Zealand again. And then, yeah, Australia no matter what. Just a question of how long. And then, of course, I will be home eventually. The rain rolled in. It's a bit of a different view now. You can't tell where the ocean ends and the sky begins. Well, guys, I don't know if you can see this rainbow above this sheep, but that is the sign I was asking the universe for whether or not I should go to Australia. So I guess that means I'm going to be going to Australia, so I better start packing and thinking, doing some research. It was funny, I'd asked, this is a great story that I can't not share. So a few people in my life know that one of the things that happened when I first started planning to come to New Zealand was many months before I ever even considered that I would come to New Zealand. I did a meditation that the prompt was how to work with the universe. And in the meditation, the prompt was to ask the universe for any sign that you are on the right track. And so I thought that I would ask the universe for a sign of something that I'd never seen before, and I asked it to show me a falling feather. And then months passed, I totally forgot about it. And then the day that I received my visa for New Zealand, I was getting into the elevator at work, and genuinely there was a feather from somebody's clothing falling in the empty elevator. And I was like, okay, this is a sign, this is it. Obviously, I'm on the right track to go to New Zealand. And so then when I was at that wellness retreat last month, I asked the universe again, because like I'd mentioned, I've been on the fence about whether or not I should go to Australia. And so I asked the universe, I was like, hey, I really want to see a rainbow, because when I first got to the North Island here, I saw multiple rainbows every single day. And I was on some kind of a tour bus or something, and the bus driver joked, and he said that they have a rainbow factory here. But I hadn't seen really any rainbows since I came to the South Island. And so I asked the universe after the wellness retreat, I was like, hey, please show me a rainbow if I should go to Australia. And almost every single day after I asked that question, I would pass by like a water spout or when I would take my shower. I was constantly seeing little rainbows like in different water sources. But I was like, I don't know, maybe this is just like a coincidence or something. Like I'm just not sold on it yet. And so then I asked it again recently, just a few days ago, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna see an actual real rainbow in the actual real sky. And then I genuinely, the next day I was driving and I saw a huge rainbow from like a crop water sprayer thing. And then I laughed and I was like, that's not what I meant, and you know it. And then the next day I was on Facebook or something and I saw a picture of a rainbow in the sky, and I was like, again, that's funny, that's not what I'm asking for. And then it's been raining on and off here the past few days, and I kept thinking like, okay, maybe I'll see my rainbow, and I never did. And I just did, and it's gone now. Either I've changed angles or it's just gone, but you and I both saw it. So I think honestly, with all of those billions of rainbows that I've seen the past few weeks, I've got to go. I mean, like, who am I to say? I'm definitely not the most woo-woo of them all out there, but I'm definitely a believer in the whimsical. And I absolutely believe that the universe communicates with us if we communicate with it. So I definitely take that as a sign. So I'm pretty excited because I kept, every time that I wouldn't see a rainbow, oh, here it kind of is again. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. But every time it would rain and I wouldn't see a rainbow, I'd be like, man, I guess I'm not going to be able to go to Australia after all, because I wasn't going to do it if it wasn't right. And actually, on that note, I think I cut this out of the video that I had made before, but when I kept getting sick, when I got sick in the West, instantly had to come to Christchurch, constantly got delayed in Christchurch, then my phone died, then I got an ear infection, all these things, and I was like, seriously, like, I'm not supposed to be in the West. Like, I don't know if I'm being protected from something or someone or myself or what, but like, I'm not supposed to be in the West. And then one of the things that I had intended to do in the West was I was going to go whitewater rafting. And then the day that I was going to be able to do it, I didn't realize that I went too late and that I wouldn't have been able to go that day or the next day because it would have been too late for me to book it. And so then I said, okay, well, maybe I'll just do it on my way back through, because I was going to go back through the same way after I saw the glaciers. And then randomly, that was when I decided that I was going to go kayak Milford Sound instead. So I genuinely believe that all of this weird setbacks and all these like sicknesses and like phone and all this stuff, I think genuinely all of that was to just like push my agenda or whatever back to where I wouldn't go whitewater rafting and at that time, and then like because I wouldn't have known on which date to book it for. And then further with the fact that just for no reason at all, just the thought occurred to me to just go ahead and kayak Milford Sound instead and not even go back the way that I had come. I think that was it. I think that I was not supposed to go whitewater rafting. And so I fully take that stuff seriously. So yeah, I take my rainbow that we just saw very seriously. So anyway, I'm almost done with this trek. It's nice. The sun's kind of out. I actually got lost on the way back. It was pouring rain and I took the wrong turn, and you can't really see it anymore, but I'm wet up to my shins from walking through this kind of grass because I got lost and I couldn't find the way to the trail. But anyway, now I've got to figure out what else I want to do today. If I want to go for another walk, or if I want to explore the town, or if I just want to go back to the beach and sit and play on my phone all day. But I'll come back and I'll show you these cool chairs. Look at these little chairs. Like, it's genuinely intentional. They tried, maybe that's like a kid's chair. And then, but this one is just incredibly well done, I say. Like, it's just beautiful. And it's been here a while with this, whatever mold or whatever that is on there, but it's just so cute and random. And then, yeah, another dead tree, but yeah, it was just too cute. I love this. You'll never guess what I decided to do with my day. It's way too cloudy to lay out, and the water up here is warm, but out there probably not so much. So I probably won't swim or anything or lay out, but I at least had to come put my legs in the water. I've explored so much of Christchurch and I always see something new. This is cute. I was on the other side of the street and I saw this and I was like, I've just got to go. I still need to take videos of the actual downtown. So maybe I'll do that in a little bit, but I'm about to go pick up my car. So I just got my brake pads replaced. And then maybe I'll come back down here and do some videos for you. It's both pretty busy and also not so busy at the same time today. So we'll see how it goes. Wow, just listen. Nothing but wind in the trees and cicadas in the trees. So peaceful. I'm walking in Hamner Springs through the Redwood Forest walk. I somehow got turned around, and this is now the second time I'm walking through this track, but it's so nice. It's so peaceful. So I'm not mad to walk through it again, but this is pretty much what the whole track has looked like. So I haven't recorded anything because there's not too much to see. But yeah, I just wanted to get out of Christchurch for the day. And I hadn't been to Hamner Springs yet, and this is the last opportunity that I'll have to go to Hamner Springs. So I figured, why not? And here I am. And I love this trail because it lists where all the different trees are from, pine trees are from. And look at this big old monster. Anyway, if I see anything that's actually really worthwhile, I'll take a real video, but I just had to share that wind in the trees. So many birds. I made it to a different part of the trail. It's so very lush. There's ivy just naturally growing. It's so nice. And look, there's civilization right here, and all you can hear is me and the birds. Very, very nice. This is part of the Conical Hill track in Hamner Springs. So it started off with the view overlooking the mountains in the distance. And then it went through that woodland forest. Now we've got this lush forest. Very cool.